here. I usually like to start with just asking some basic questions just to have an idea about the people on the webinar. So I'm going to go ahead and start with our first one here. And that is, since this is a social media focused webinar, just having an idea of what social media platforms you might be utilizing for your business currently. We know there's a number of different options out there. Some people are utilizing some more than others. So just looking for a little bit of insight. It looks like a lot of Facebook and LinkedIn, which is great. A little bit of Instagram and Twitter as well. Leave this up just for another couple seconds here. We'll definitely be talking to these specific social medias, and we'd love to, really do a deep dive on each social media as well in the future. So thanks guys for the input. Okay. Then the next one here is just having an understanding of what loan origination system you guys might be using. Again, just giving us a good idea of the types of individuals we have on the call today. Just the user base we're working with here. Looks like a lot of Point Central, which is great. And Point as well. Okay, great. Well, let's go ahead and get started here. And then just a reminder, we'll pause along the way, but if you guys have any questions or anything that you would like to ask us, feel free to throw that either in the chat or the question and answer section. We'll make sure we pause along the way and answer those questions. So let's get started here. We usually like to start with a little bit of industry, what's going on. So let's see here. As far as what happened in the industry in April, views on buying and selling rose 9%, back to where things were last May. One of the biggest jumps there has been in a while, which just shows, hopefully things will be turning around. You guys will be closing more business. The next is there was a 35% increase in closed homes in March. This was the highest between 1 month to the next since earlier in the pandemic. So that just showing people are out there, they're buying, they're looking to make a move. And the last one is May should be the last big rate hike that we see. The Fed released a statement earlier in May that they said they expect things to level out the remainder of 2023. Of course, things are always unknown, things are always changing, but hoping for things to just kind of slow down and level out here the second half of the year, which would be great. And again, we do this every month, so we'll keep you updated on what we're hearing. So let's go ahead and get started on the social media side of things. Where do you start with social media? How do you grow your business? What's the best way to utilize those platforms? The first is to understand which social medias hit the right demographics. So Facebook, for instance, tends to have older users. Instagram has younger users. So depending on what you're trying to promote, just making sure you're utilizing the right social media for the demographic that you're trying to target. So first-time home buyers, if you're promoting something about that, Instagram would be a better fit. Looking for, I saw specifically like jumbo home loans and things like that. Facebook is a better place for that. And then if you're trying to connect with realtors or other referral sources, other companies like that, LinkedIn is really the best place for that. The next is to create content for borrowers. Make sure that you're answering questions when they're asking on your social medias. Make sure that you're adding value to your relationship, and then just continue to build brand reputation. So if you're creating, a post that's going to prompt questions and answers and feedback, it's really great. It just gives you an opportunity to interact with more people and just build your customer base from there. The next is to share your own content. So if you guys are writing blogs, you took new pictures in the office, you've created any videos that maybe you're including on emails or other social medias, just make sure that you're sharing those across as many platforms as you can, just to increase that engagement. You don't have to just be creating something specific for every different type of social media. If you have something great that you put in a blog, reshare that. It's an easy way to just get more out in front of the users. The next is to promote the new. So whether that's a new hire, you closed a new deal, and the individuals are happy to let you take a picture and promote them on social media. Maybe you have a new office location, just anything you can show that your company is active, you're closing deals, and that you're ready to help people out. That's really great. And again, not a lot of heavy lifting on your end, but a really easy piece to share. The next is to promote referral sources. So maybe tag a realtor that's promoting a new sale that they have, or maybe share listings up from the realtors on your social medias. Just, the more you can do to boost those realtors and get them in front of more people, the better that will build your relationship with them as well. And again, if you're resharing something maybe they shared, that's an easy post with not a lot of heavy lifting on your end at all. And then the last is to invest in social media scheduling tools. There's a number of different tools out there. They're all really cost effective, and that would allow you maybe once a month to go and schedule, say, 5 or 6 different posts. So you've got something going out every week, and set it and forget it. So those are just some ideas to where to start. We'll definitely be digging into some of these a little bit more, but I'm going to kick it over to Leslie at this point.
All right. Let me get my share going on here. Good morning or afternoon, everybody, depending on where you are. So we are going to dig in a little bit deeper. So Paisley kind of hit some of the, high points on where you can start with social media. Some of you may already be using it a great deal, or some of you may be not using it a lot. So wherever you are in your social media journey with your business, I think these tips can help. And certainly, as Paisley mentioned, we're hitting kind of the high points today, but we certainly plan to dig deeper into different channels as we move forward. So as she mentioned, some different content ideas, and I just wanted to dig in a little bit more deeply into some ideas to get you going, get you flowing, things that we have seen in the industry that work well. So we'll start with just frequently asked mortgage questions. So, you can even people like routine. They like to know what to expect. So maybe you can do every Tuesday, a Tuesday tip, or Wednesday wisdom, or a little alliteration can help, keep you top of mind with your followers, so they know to look to you. Okay, every Tuesday, Joe's going to put something out there that I can learn about. So when you're trying to grasp for ideas, this is something that can give you a quick and easy thought. And, what are you getting asked on a daily basis? That is, where you can start for some FAQs that you can put into your posting schedule. Another thought is success stories and testimonials. So, nobody talks about you better than those who love working with you, and that really helps give you some street cred. Other than you just talking about yourself, what are other people saying? Those with whom you've worked, referral partners, or, happy borrowers. And of course, with their permission to share this, but that definitely goes a long way. And if you are a Facebook user, if you have a business page on there, there's a function where people can leave reviews directly on your Facebook page. So as you're closing loans, or as you're working with different referral partners, don't be shy. Ask if it went well. Ask them to give you a review, or let you share their story. And that gives a really nice visual, and also just some extra credibility to who you are as a professional in the industry. And then, you're a part of your community. So, if you do loans nationwide, this may be a little bit more difficult, but you can still focus on your community where you are, and you can reshare events that are happening, news that affects your community and your market. So if there's already posts happening out there, you can simply, reshare and maybe add a little bit of commentary to that. Or if you attend a community event, snap a couple pictures. And that just kind of humanizes you as part of, you live in this community, you work there, you support it. And again, it can help you just get your name out there with different groups around your neighborhood and area. And then we like to say, follow the 70-30-ish rule. So, social media, when you go on it, you want to see, personal things about your friends, or learn about businesses, kind of behind the scenes. So, the temptation, because it might be a business page, is to keep it really business focused. But, we encourage you to kind of have a nice balance. So 70% of what you post can be educational, news related, community related. just information about you, who you are, why you do what you love about what you do, or your favorite restaurant, or where you like to go and do remote work. And then, the other 30% can be more, quote unquote, salesy, talking about, just getting business and who you are and getting people to work with you. So you want to keep the social media social, because if it gets too salesy, that might turn some folks off. And then again, sharing industry news, that's kind of low-hanging fruit. So what we like to do also, I mean, if you follow us on social, you'll see us do this as well. But if you have some industry resources that you follow yourself and glean information, chances are your followers will, be interested as well, especially if it's answering some things that you get asked frequently, share an expert resource. And that saves you some time on the content creation side, but also just brings in other sources into your feed as well. And then finally, videos. So this might be a little bit more, a little bit of a scarier one if this isn't something you're familiar with. But the thing about social media and what's really common right now is keeping it real. So don't think you need to go and invest in really super high quality video equipment and be perfect on camera. These days, I don't think people are really looking for that. And there are some, quote unquote influencers in this mortgage space out there, and they're doing Facebook Lives just where they are. They're posting videos they've taken on their phone, answering questions. So kind of even going back to the FAQs weekly, you could just, instead of typing out things that you get asked a lot, you could do a quick video on it. And it's so easy just to do that and post directly from your phone. And the social algorithms do give a lot of credence to video. So if you're have a little trepidation about video, you shouldn't. People just want to see the real you. And if you trip up a word, just be human and real about it. And I think that will be really helpful because realtors and borrowers, they just want to work with the real you. So video can be a really great place to go. So don't let that scare you as well. And then repurposing content. So this is another one where you're looking at all this and think, okay, I'm trying to close loans. I'm trying to do all of this work. How do I have time to do all of these things? Repurpose content. So if you already write a blog, for example, or maybe your company has blog content that they put out, use some of that. Or if you do an email newsletter, you can repurpose that into little small bites for social media. And I wanted to take a quick pause here on that front just to show you something that we do in Eduvo that could fall into this category and help you out. So we send out monthly a newsletter to realtors and to borrowers that we craft and create, and those are sent out on our users' behalf. And so I just wanted to show you an example because in using Eduvo, this could be a place where you source some content. So
We're still seeing the PowerPoint if you have the.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. Thank you, Paisley. My
No
apologies.
worries.
Let's see if I can fix this here. See, again, as I mentioned, being human and having human moments, that's what we do. So let me share both of these here. Okay, let me go back to Eduvo. All right, can everybody see this now, Paisley?
I can see it.
Okay, great. So I wanted just to show you an example of a newsletter that we've crafted to go out to realtor partners. And again, this is a place where you could easily go and grab some quick content, even the images that you could post with it. If you're thinking, I just need some help with content creation, this is a place where some of our users can go to get content either realtor focused or borrower focused. And it's crafted each month with timely news, marketing tips, things that, our team thinks would be relevant to the realtor or the borrower that month. So on the borrower side, you might see home tips, time-saving tips, financial tips, recipes. So again, just some low-hanging fruit that can, help you out from a content perspective. So I will pause real quick to see if there's any questions while I get us back going. on the presentation. And we just went through all of this. All right. And just another quick note on that, as Paisley mentioned earlier, the scheduling tools are so helpful. If you take a moment, maybe if you think scheduling for the whole month seems a little daunting, maybe start with scheduling out a whole week of content. That way it'll post for you on your behalf. And then that gives you time if something comes up unplanned, that you can post about it at that time, and just gives you some freedom to then go about your daily business and know that social is happening on your behalf. If you don't have time to think and post on a daily basis, it will do it for you. So highly encourage that. And if you have any questions about scheduling platforms that we use or that we have seen, being really easy, cost effective, certainly drop us a question and we'll be happy to answer that as well. But just moving on, you think, okay, I'm doing all of this work on social. How do I get people to follow me? Are they going to come and check out all of this hard work that I'm doing on social? And I'd love to say there's an easy button, but it does happen with consistency. So just a couple tips here on getting engagement to happen if you're new, or even if you're established. These are just some tips to help you out. So on Facebook and LinkedIn, find and join industry groups. That's a great place to get ideas for content, engage with others, let them see that you're present on that platform, and get some mutual commenting, liking, and engaging happening. And then also just following those in your industry, realtors with whom you've worked for, title companies, business associations in your neighborhood, anything that could be related to business that you're looking for. Maybe you specialize in VA loans, looking for those in that industry as well. So just thinking about anybody you touch from a business standpoint, they might have a social media presence that you can find and engage with. And then just send people to your pages. Don't be shy. Put links to your social on your email signature, on your website. If you happen to be doing an event in person, just verbally tell people, hey, come find me on Facebook, come find me on LinkedIn, Instagram. A little self-promotion is okay. And then just make it easy for people to find you. So any sort of collateral materials you may have, digital or just old school on paper, list your socials so people have an easy place to find you and engage with you there. And then posting consistently is key. So unfortunately, you can't just post whenever you think of it. You really need to have a nice set schedule. And, a lot of people want to know, okay, how many times do I post on which platform at what time? And unfortunately, there's not a magic number or an easy button. But if you're just starting out, bare minimum once a week, but really you want to try 3 to 5 times a week. And then digging in, different platforms do honor different frequencies, but kind of blanket that's someplace that you want to maybe start with. And as you're scheduling out your posts for the week or the month, kind of thinking in that time frame would be helpful, just so you're continuing to show up in your followers' feeds. And then finally, just engage with your followers. So, like I mentioned earlier, it's social media, it's social, it should be fun. And so you don't want to be, stead and stuffy all the time. Let your personality shine. So a lot of things that people enjoy are, quick little polls, ask your followers questions, I'm trying to think of one right now. Of course, my mind goes blank, but anything related to the home buying process, you can ask, or, what's your favorite home in your house? It can be anything really. Or if it's holiday related, what's your favorite fall holiday drink? It doesn't have to necessarily be business focused, just something that is timely, can get your followers engaged with you. And then also utilizing hashtags if people are searching for a certain topic. They can find you that way as well. And again, it doesn't have to just be business focused. It can be, related to a specific holiday that's happening, or a time of year, or something that's trending in, pop culture. If you're wanting people to find you that way, that's another easy thing that you can do. And again, there's some cool resources out there that show, what trending hashtags are. So you can look to that as well. And Again, that's just, kind of an overview. And as Paisley mentioned, we'll be doing deeper dives in the future, but kind of giving you an idea of where to start if you're new to the social media game with your business, or just some ideas if you're feeling a little bit stagnant with your content, or getting people to engage with you, some places that you can start. And then I think from here, I will pop it back over to Paisley to take over.
Okay. And one of my favorites that I saw, because I like to just look what other companies are posting on social media, a fun one I saw this year was people's favorite recipes for Super Bowl foods. And trust me, I took a couple of those recipes because they looked good. So just thinking of fun things like that is always a good way to interact too. Okay, so we'd usually like to talk about compliance, so definitely want to do that related to the social media realm. I just want to add, of course, we aren't a compliance company. This is all research we've done online, but some of the basics are find a compliance team to check your posts. The cost is typically low for those types of companies, but the value is really high just to make sure that you're sending things that are okay. We work with a company, they're usually pretty quick about turning around those types of requests as well. And we're actually looking to partner with a company out there that specifically does social media and email compliance pieces, and looking to partner with those for our own users. So there's definitely options out there that are mortgage specific. It just gives you an easy place to start with social media. The next is to be aware of both state and federal regulations. Things are always changing, so just make sure you're on top of any changes. I saw there's a number of different sites just to be aware of. Again, if you're using a compliance team, they should be on top of that stuff as well. So it keeps you from necessarily needing to know everything if you are using a compliance team. But if you don't want to do that, just make sure you're aware of what's going on and what's changing. Make sure to refresh your team's knowledge of how to stay compliant as well if they are posting on social media related to your company. So just, making sure the education is across the board. Again, there are a number of different platforms, social media groups that are sharing that information. So there's a lot of great resources out there for mortgage professionals that can help keep yourself and your team in the know. The next is to make sure that you advertise and promote what is safe. So things like a congratulations tweet or post are something that's safe. Tag your colleagues and realtors. So, that 70-30 rule Leslie mentioned, those 70%, really pretty easy to see where to stay compliant. Anything else that's kind of outside of those, it's definitely good to have those checked by those compliance teams just to make sure that you're safe. Join and stay on top of compliance issues and find places where you can go to ask questions. I saw different Facebook groups, different online forums, things like that a lot of loan officers were members of that seemed to be free groups, but gave you a great little community to work with, ask questions, stay on top of things, which is always helpful. And then the last is when in doubt, just ask somebody. So again, just getting back to find yourself a compliance resource, utilize teams like us that would be sharing whether that's email or social media content that you could then post on your own, just finding those options that make sure that you're compliant and on top of all of that. And that is just some of the basics to compliance. But as we learn more, we'll always continue to share these pieces with you. But the best thing that I saw online is there just are a lot of different resources out there for compliance. So just make sure you're utilizing what makes sense for you and your company. And then I'm just going to pop up the next slide here. Just has some of our basic contact information. And then I have we have some additional content we could show you in our platform that you could use to share on social medias. For those that are interested, we'll hop over and do that. But I did also want to let those know before they do hop off, if they don't want to take a look at Eduvo, we will continue to host these webinars monthly. So again, we'll get that email out to you guys later today. Feel free to sign up for our webinar next month. We're actually hosting a special one specifically for marketing to borrowers and realtors and how to really build those relationships and how to automate some of that communication. So if you're interested in taking a deep dive on that, we will be hosting that on June 6th. And then we will be hosting our regular monthly webinar later in the month in June as well. Depending on the feedback we get from you guys, we'll tailor what that topic is. I'm thinking maybe a deep dive into either Facebook or LinkedIn, advertising and marketing, since that was the top two that you guys shared. But let me go ahead and see here. just kind of what you're looking to hear about next month. Again, we like to tailor this for you guys. We've had a lot of requests for social media last month, and here we are. So just want to make sure that we can address your guys' needs. Okay. Looks like a good mix, but a lot of social media related requests. Also a deeper dive on how Eduvo can help, which we can definitely do. And again, I'll hop over there and share more of how we can help you as a company as well. Great. Okay. It looks like we'll be doing more social media next month. So everybody get excited. Thanks for the feedback here. Okay. And then before, just wanted to see too, if you'd like to attend that webinar next month, you can go ahead and let me know here. I can go ahead and enroll you for next month as well, really easily. But if not, again, we'll shoot out those emails so you can register. So just let us know. Happy to help you out and get you on these monthly webinars that we're hosting. Okay. So let me hop over to Eduvo here for you guys, and I can show you just a little bit of how that platform can help you out. So Leslie went ahead and shared the newsletters. So we've got content that we're creating for our users monthly for that. As she mentioned, we have those available for both borrowers and realtors. So there is just, pieces you can grab from that can easily give you 3 to 5 posts. We're typically connecting those to either blog posts or something online. So that will give you something to link on those, which is really great. So you can definitely utilize those. But on top of that, we have, holiday emails and things like that. Clearly you could send these on the email and text front utilizing Eduvo, which is really great. But if you wanted to take any verbiage, any images, any things like that, you can always hop in here and do that as well. So content will be available on this front. Another thing that we will be doing on the Eduvo front is we are actually going to be creating an educational portal that all of our Eduvo users will have access to. And that will include, Leslie had a great idea of putting together a social media post calendar for you guys once a month. So we'll go ahead and create some content for you, have it checked by the compliance team. And then that's something that you could easily schedule monthly. So will allow us to help on the social media front. But we also have the emails and texts that we can send alongside those as well. So really sky's the limit on that. And again, everything we have would be compliant and checked by our compliance team to make sure that everything you're posting that we're sharing with you is good to go. Before I hop around and show some other templates here, does anybody have any specific questions that I can answer for you guys at this point? Either that about what we have that we'll share with you guys or what Eduvo has itself. Okay. Well, on top of just holiday content in here, we have different types of lead content as well. And these emails, again, have been checked for compliance. We would make sure we're checking anything we're putting together specifically as a social media post for you guys too, that we're checking that for compliance, as compliance for social media and email can be different. But we do have some things in here you could grab. So for instance, if you had somebody that needed a credit checkup email, something like that, you could always go ahead, preview this content, and maybe you want to grab something from here that you're going to promote on social media, giving people tips to build their credit and things like that. Repurposing the email content we've already created just gives you guys just a huge library here of things that you can post, ways to get in front of those borrowers and those referral sources. And again, just reusing the content we've already created for you guys just gives you a place to start. So the nice thing about this being a mortgage specific platform is there is tons of mortgage specific information in here that you guys could utilize. Again, not only on the email and texting side, but on the social media side as well. Okay. And then just like you would promote your team members and things like that, you'd want to make sure if you guys are utilizing Eduvo, we could send those emails for you as well. So just an insight, we have one of my customers that I was working with last week, went ahead and put together an email for him that he's using to promote that he has a new business opening in another state. So just getting that out to all of his users just to get that in front of them. He'll also be able to send that via social media the same day and things like that. So there's a lot that we can help you with to grow your business, both on the social media front and the Eduvo marketing and email front. So we just try to make as many things that we can to just for you to set it and forget it and let everything in the background grow your business. Before I hop around here too much, I can definitely kind of do a quick walkthrough of the platform, answer any questions you guys have about that. Just making sure I didn't have any other poll questions I wanted to throw up there. Okay. So let me just kind of hop around the platform here just to kind of give you guys an overview of Eduvo. So Eduvo is an automated email and texting platform that connects directly to your loan origination systems. So I saw we had a lot of Point Central users on there, a mix of LendingPad and Encompass users on here. So we do integrate with those platforms. So what we'll do is connect directly to your data, and then we can trigger everything from there. So whether it's a birthday email, a holiday email, a text to a realtor, letting them know the status of a loan, all of that we can automate for you. And again, all of this is pre-built content. So the platform itself, when you log in, you're brought to this dashboard. This would connect to your LOS. So any of the stats you'd be seeing here would be that loan data that you guys are working with. And then the marketing stats would be here based on the emails going out in Eduvo. Then what we've done is created tons of pre-built content for you. So whether it's a pre-built campaign or a one-off email, the platform has all of this available for you. We've got emails to go to your agents. We've got birthday emails, holiday campaigns, lead nurture campaigns. These will go live here in the next couple of weeks. So you'll be able to see all that existing content, status alert emails that can go out for you during that loan process, just keeping everybody informed. And, you know, I'm sure as you guys know, the more you can share, especially with first-time home buyers, the better. So we can automate all of that for you. We have the monthly newsletters like Leslie had mentioned and shared with you guys. We've got some post-close content that can go out. So things like loan anniversaries or tips for first-time home buyers now that they're in their new home, things like that. And then we'll be able to also automate reminders for you as the loan officer to make sure you're aware, say the rate lock date is about to come up. We can send you alerts making you aware of that so you can make sure we can still move forward and get that loan closed in time. So there's a lot that we can automate for you just to make sure that you're growing your business. But again, the goal is really set it and forget it and let Eduvo do the rest for you. Does anybody have any questions specifically related to campaigns and the campaigns we have available for you guys? I see one person asked if we're regularly creating new campaigns, and we are. So whether it's a request we're getting from customers, things that we're seeing in the industry that borrowers or referral sources are looking for, we're definitely constantly creating, whether that's just individual emails or full campaigns. And we're making sure everything's refreshed and up to date. So each year you'll have a batch of new holiday emails, and we'll refresh any lead emails that might be going out. So we're making sure we're on top of those and creating as much content as you guys would like to have go out. And again, both text and email versions of that. We also have tons of templates available. So you guys can clearly use any of our content. You can create any of your own, but it's all really straightforward and very user-friendly. I can go ahead and show you just our email builder here. So what I really like about our content builder, content creator here for emails is it's an easy to use drag and drop builder. So a lot of really utilized marketing platforms out here now use this. So if I want to add more text in here, whatever it might be, just an easy drag and drop. Makes it really easy to design these emails. I can also drag and reorder. So it just makes creating this content super easy, super user-friendly for you guys. And then us as a company, we're happy to help you out. So as I mentioned last week, I helped one of our customers create his announcement that they had opened a new location. So we're happy to help you out. If you provide the content, we're happy to put it together for you and get your approval and get that scheduled. So happy to definitely help on that front. And then if you guys were using any marketing teams that maybe had done some custom creations using HTML, you're able to import that in the platform as well. So if you have pre-built emails that you already use and like, we can use the HTML editor to add those into the platform for you. And then since this is directly syncing with your LOS, it will be pulling any data that you might have merge tags. So for instance, borrower first name would be here, pulling from your LOS, pulling your contact information here, and you guys will just, you don't have to worry about that. Those merge tags will already pull all the content in there for you directly. And then the emails themselves, when you're ready to go have those go live and make those active, you can do that. But you can always create as many templates as you like. There's no limit to what you can create. And then we also have the text builder, which is really straightforward as well. So create any text that you would like. These will be coming out from our platform for you. So really straightforward. These can go to any contacts that you have. Again, we have tons of pre-built content for you, but really sky's the limit on anything that you can create. So get things going out to your buyers and sellers agents, any other referral sources that you have that you might want to keep in the loop or up to date on anything. We can automate that for you. Any questions on the content creation in the platform that I can answer for anybody? Okay. And then the last thing we have here is the people and loans. My site isn't connected to data, but in this section, you'd be able to open a list, say, of all your active loans or all of your closed loans and see those contacts. You can then use those lists to send marketing to. So there's a lot you can do in the platform. Again, it is really marketing specific, but we do have some of those other requests that our customers have had to just see some data in here really quickly and easily. So we have added this people and loans section for that. And we are continuing to develop the platform and add additional features. So would really love if you were an Eduvo user feedback. We're happy to make sure if we've got requests that we're developing that for the end user and making sure that we're giving you guys the best experience. Okay. So with that being said, we have a free site that we're happy to stand up for any users. If you want to get in here and look at any content, see what's available. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely can let us know here on this poll and we can go ahead and create those sites for you guys. Again, it'll let you just log in and take a peek. And then if you're interested in actually connecting with your loan origination system data, things like that, let us know. We're happy to do that. We've got a free trial for now, so you could get connected, decide if you want to keep the platform. We are also happy to reach out to you as well. So that way we can set up anything or answer any questions that you guys have. Great. And those that are interested in having the sites created, we will get those invites to you later today. Look for support@eduvo.com for those invites, and it'll allow you to log into the site. And then again, you'll have this video to reference, but just going to that campaign section here or the template library here is where you'd see all the available content. For those looking to have us contact, we will reach out to you via email today. So look out for those emails from either my team member Britta or my team member Julia, and we'll reach out to you. And then I'll throw this in the chat, but you can also schedule a quick one-on-one demo with us if you guys would like. So let me go ahead and share this in the chat. So feel free to sign up for a demo with us directly. You can also give us a call on our, I'll share that slide there at the end just so you guys have that phone number to look at as well. And then my last question here is just, I know I've mentioned the educational portal a number of times. That would be something that all of our Eduvo users would have access to. If you weren't an Eduvo user, we do want to make sure that we can have access to that for you guys as well. So just looking at if anybody has any interest in that, we're hoping to really have that go live later this summer, a tentative August 1st go live date. We'd clearly make sure we're keeping you guys in the loop too as that's going live, but that's where those social media posts would be housed. Any additional reference materials that we'd have associated to all the webinars that we're running, that would all be available in there. We will still be posting our monthly webinars on the YouTube channel, but also hoping to have some exclusive webinars housed in there for those Eduvo users, just to dive into topics even more, answer any specific questions you guys have. So really looking to build that to help you guys grow your business. Okay, great. Anybody on the Eduvo side have anything you guys want to add before we hop off here?
Nothing here. We appreciate your time today so much.
Yes, thanks everybody. I'm hoping that email with the recording will go out here in the next hour and a half or so. So look out for that. If you have any other questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out to us directly. Let me go ahead and just share the slide here with our contact information. You can feel free to give us a call at any time. Go ahead and send us an email and we'll get back with you. And we look forward to seeing you on our next webinar. Thank you everybody for hopping on.